move makers. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Moriah and I'm a flight attendant for a major airline. All right, you guys, so I was in a frenzy this morning because I wasn't late, but I was cutting it close. So I did not have time to record this intro, but you guys, I'm currently in Grand Rapids. Today was day 1 out of 3, but technically 6 because I do have a set of 3 A-days afterwards. But we're just gonna go ahead and say this is a 3-day trip. We had 3 legs. We went from Minneapolis to Baltimore, Baltimore back to Minneapolis, and then Minneapolis to Grand Rapids. I was working as the assist for my flight leader, and it was just great to just kind of get back into working with first class because I usually be in the galley. So it was good to kind of just like freshen up on those skills because you guys, probation or fly right is coming up. So those flight leader positions are going to be open for me. So I need to be ready, you know. And my flight leader is really cool too because, you know, we're able to communicate very well. We work very well together. So I am very happy with this duo. But of course, all my flights were very smooth, didn't have any issues until that last flight. And I was just like, it's always like that, isn't it? Like I always have something going on that very last flight. So we're boarding and I'm about to do pre-departure orders so I can go ahead and make those drinks and serve those to the first class before we take off. And I get to my very first passenger and I can just tell that, you know, he's having a good time. You know, he's being very friendly, doesn't really raise any red flags. Then I feel a tap on my shoulder and I'm like, oh, okay. So I see a red coat and she's like, hey, like, can I talk to you for a second? And I was like, yeah, but I'm like, you know, I'm not the flight leader. So I was just like, you know, I wasn't sure if I was basically like about to get in trouble because there was really no reason for her to talk to me. They're like, she'll only be talking to the flight leader. So I was just like, oh, okay, like what's going on? So we're talking and she's like, hey, like we're not gonna serve him alcohol on this flight because he's pretty much already had too much. And I was like, oh, really? First off, I was just like, okay, so you are aware that this person is basically intoxicated and he's on our flight. And why is he on our flight? Because now you're aware of the situation, and anybody who appears to be intoxicated, even though they said they're okay, they feel fine, we don't know how that person's going to act once they're in the air. So I'm just like, I don't care that this flight is only 58 minutes. Don't care, like it's just not worth it. But she tells me, oh no, it's okay, like he should be fine. And I'm just looking at my flight leader because it's not up to me, it's really up to my flight leader or my captain. So they were okay and I was just okay, like let's do it. It was definitely awkward because I was serving the rest of first class with drinks, and I came back to him and I was asking him like, is there something else I can get you, like a soda, some more water? And he was like, no, I'm fine. And I'm just like, ugh, like I felt so bad because I know he wanted another drink, but I just didn't want to take the risk. Good morning, move makers. Today is day 2 of my 3-day trip. I slept like a baby last night, so I am ready for today. We only have 2 legs, which I'm so grateful for. We are going from Grand Rapids to Minneapolis, Minneapolis to Sacramento, and that is it. I've never been to Sacramento before, so I'm excited to see a little bit about it. We only have 16 hours there, but we're gonna try to make the best of it. At least get some dinner together as a crew, but we shall see. Hopefully everything goes well, but let's go ahead and get ready for this airport. Good morning, move makers. Today is day 3 of my 3-day trip. Yesterday, you guys, I was so irritated. Like I've never got pushed to this point, and it was a lot. Like I had to walk away because I just felt like a certain passenger kept pushing me, kept trying to be disrespectful, and I'm just like, for what? Like I had nothing to do with anything. Like I made sure he was okay. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the story. All right, y'all, so real quick before I have to get to this van. So again, I'm working as the flight attendant assist with first class, but I help out mainly in main cabin. So I have a snack basket and I'm handing it out to the passengers. And I get it, you're hungry, whatever, grab multiple, fine. So that passenger did that and then was asking about drinks. And I was just like, okay, yeah, they're coming. And he was asking about he said some Italian cookies. So right off the back, I'm like, okay, well, maybe he's confused. And I'm like, oh, the Biscoff cookies. And he said, yes. I said, okay, they're coming. So right after that, my flight attendant partner comes up and we are now serving drinks. So I'm like, what would you like? And I still remember this. And they wanted 2 drinks apiece, one like a soda and the other one was like an alcoholic drink. So I was serving that, and as I was serving one of the drinks, he was like, oh yeah, don't forget my ginger ale. And I was like, I won't. I have it. I just can't serve 6 drinks at the same time. I only have 2 hands. So just give me a second. Then I proceeded to give him 2 of the Biscoff cookies. And he's like, okay, great. He's like, actually, can I get one more? Sure, no problem. So gave him another one. So now he has 3. Now I had a different passenger who wanted some hot tea. So I went up to first class to grab the hot water. As I was walking back, he proceeds to stop me and he's like, those were the wrong cookies that you gave me. And I was like, wrong cookies? What do you mean? And he was like, they're like the thin Italian in a white packaging. And I was like, we've always served Biscoff cookies. Like even when I was working in regional, Biscoff cookies, that's what it was. And I was like, well, I don't know what you mean. I was just like, this is what we have. I can get you something else if you want that. But he still ate the cookies, by the way. Anyway, so he was like, well, are you new? And I was like, oh, okay. So at this point, baby, like you're trying me, like, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, not that new. And he was just like, oh, okay. Like trying to be funny. And I'm just like what is the issue? Because I gave you multiple things. Like there's so many people who only choose one thing or nothing at all. He got multiple snacks from the basket. He got multiple snacks off of my cart, multiple drinks. Like I'm serving you. I'm giving you what you like. And just because he might be confused with a different airline, that's not my fault. But you guys, I'm not gonna keep you too long. It was just progressively getting worse because I was actually being the blocker for a flight deck exchange. They were going to use the restroom. So someone has to block that position so the pilots can go in and out of the lavatory before, you know, anybody else. Like it's just a security thing. So the same guy rings his call button. I said, 1 second, please. Cause obviously you can see I'm doing something. I have to stand here. And now granted, some people don't understand the process, but most passengers do. And it's funny because a lot of them look and they're like, oh, like they're doing the thing. And I think it's so funny, but he didn't quite understand. So he proceeds, y'all, this was it for me. He's like, chop, chop, but he claps with it. So like, kind of like, hurry up. And I was like, what? So yeah, you guys, I was irritated. I was just like, I can't believe this man really did that. So I walked up after we finished what we had to do up front, make sure the pilots were good. Walked up there, really nice. I didn't even mention like the disrespectfulness. Turn off the call light, and I was just like, it's just something I can get you. And he proceeds to be like, well, she needs a drink. Okay, I'll get it, no worries. And no problem, because if it was him, I would just be like, hold on, we're about to do second service. But it was the lady. The lady was nice. So I had no issue with her. Didn't mind getting her a drink. So anyway, guys, okay, I'm going to really try to hurry up. So I come back and I give the woman a drink. And he's like, well, can I use the lavatory now? And I'm just like, yes, it's open. And he was just like, well, you were just standing there. And I was like, it's a security process that you probably don't understand, but that's what I had to do. It's now open. If you need to go use it, go use it. And then he was just like, well, my people got to use the lavatory and stuff. And I was like, there's also lavatories in the back if you want to do that. And he just thought that it was just so funny. Like, I just don't understand why people are like that. Like, why people like feed off of people getting irritated and stuff like that. So I was trying my best to not show it, but I was just like, he's just being so disrespectful. So I was just like, oh my gosh, like, let me just go to the galley, take a little breather, relax. Because at the same time, I realized that I worked so hard to be where I am, and I'm not gonna have one person take that away from me. I don't even know you. And it's just like, I'm not going to let you have it. No, not today or ever. But anyway, so you guys, it was just really, really frustrating. Even when we were deplaning, I was kind of like tucked back in the galley because the galley was really, really tight. And my flight leader was standing there, you know, thanking the passengers. So as they get off, he tells my flight leader, and he like looks at me at the same time. He's like, yeah, I feel bad for you. And I'm just like, What is your problem with me? Like, I just don't get it. But all right, you guys, I have about 5 minutes before this shuttle. So today is a new day. I hopefully will never see that passenger again. We will see. But I promise if I do see him, I will know because I won't forget. We're going to have a great day. It's only a one-leg day. So we are going from Sacramento back to Minneapolis, and that is it. I'm on A days after. I'm not quite sure. I don't think I'm going to be used, but I will keep you guys updated. Thank you guys for listening to my story slash rant because I'm just like, I've never experienced this before. But anyway, let's go ahead and hurry up and get to this airport before I get in trouble. What's going on, move makers? I have made it back to my Minneapolis home. My only leg today went very well, didn't have any issues. Of course, it was just really, really busy because I don't know, for some reason, Californians, they just need a little bit more attention and they like extra things. So it was just busy. But other than that, everything else went very well. I'm going to miss the crew that I'm working with. And also, you guys, as I was on that trip, I got a notification that I do have a trip for my A days. So it's crazy because I was saying, oh yeah, they're probably not going to use me, and I'm actually getting used. So I have a trip tomorrow, but I'm going to include that in the next vlog because it's going to be too long. So definitely stay tuned for that. I want to personally thank every single one of you because we have reached 800 subscribers, and I'm so excited and so incredibly thankful. This means absolutely the world to me. You guys, like, it's just everything's growing so fast and I'm just so excited. So I can't wait to keep pushing out content, and I'm just glad that I have you guys here along the ride with me. All right, you guys, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. And also don't forget to check out my social media. And always remember, when you make a move, make sure it's for you. I will see y'all next time. Bye.